Several years ago, I was going to preach in an Anglican communion, in an Anglican church. This was many years back. And what I encountered really affected me and began to set me thinking. I wasn't just thinking about what I saw. I was thinking about my life. My Lord Bishop here, you will remember we normally go to Nibanla and all of those villages to go and preach. And one of these days we went, and the service ought to start at 10 a.m. But because we are traveling from town to the village, we got to the village just a little after 9. And the church was firmly locked. Nobody had opened the church yet for service. And we tried to find out from the people around and say, are we not going to have church service today? They say we are going to have. The time is not come. When the time comes, the Baba Vicar or the catechist is going to come and he will ring the bell. You know, in the village, you just ring the bell and the people will gather. So when he rings the bell, we should just wait there. We are trying to find out where Baba went. They said he will come, just stay here. So we stayed. We were all wondering what has happened. Are we not going to have church today? So where we stood, we saw from afar, we saw one man coming. We were wondering whether that would be the church leader who is going to lead us in church service that morning. He was coming. Apparently, he was carrying a keg of palm wine on his back. He had gone to tap palm wine on the tree, and he was coming back. And of course, he was drunk. Baba was dead drunk in the morning. But as he was coming, once he noticed that we were waiting, he speeded up his steps to come. And as he rushed at us, we also rushed to greet him. You know, in Yoruba culture where we come from, you don't allow the elder to carry load. So we were to help him to carry the thing he was carrying. But he was too ashamed to allow us to touch the keg of palm wine. So we couldn't. But Baba was drunk. He said we should just give him 5 minutes. He will be here. In 5 minutes, he has rung the bell. In 5 minutes, he has changed. He has put on the cassock and is well dressed for the service. Still drunk. Now, that was not what surprised me. What surprised me was that I went with the churchman's book. We had the churchman's book, the order of service. It was a liturgical service. So, while we went into the vestry and we did all the procession so that we could march into the altar, and the cross was carried and we all were marching in. Now, everything went well. I was surprised that I was following the book. I was following the book. When we need to kneel down, when we need to stand up, I was following the book. But Baba Catechist, he led the service, even though drunk, and he did not miss one word. The service was perfect. There was no mistake. Where we need to kneel down before our Maker, he led us directly. When we need to read the psalm was quoted directly. And while we were reading the Bible and reading the book, he was conducting off head, and Baba never missed anything. And when the service finished, he said, how was it? He said, it was very fine. Did I miss anything? He said, no. He missed nothing. Everything went well, but was drunk. So a drunkard could lead service, and all proceedings will be correct. The only thing that was absent was God. Everything could be present, but God. But we went at another time to another church. And this one, Baba was not drunk. He was ready, he prepared everything. And when we finished service, I wanted to go and know his house. He said, no, I should not worry. That we have traveled far. How do I need to start getting to know the mission? There's no need. We should just go. Somehow we were talking with some of the people in the church who made responses after the message. So they delayed us. Baba already left. But we felt it was not good for us to have come, not going to greet him in his house. Oh, I didn't know that that's why he did not want us to come. When we got someone to lead us and say, take us to Baba Vika's house. By the time he took us in, come and see what I discovered. I discovered the man who led us in service, who was supposed to be the man of God, he was also the herbalist of the village. And the people have come to him to consult. And he has carried the oracle, the Ifa oracle. And he was throwing the opele on the ground to discern what is the problem of the people. And you know what challenged me was that because my own father, who was never a Christian, who refused to go to church because of the disappointment of many pastors, he was a herbalist. And pastors used to come to him for power. So as I sat there and I was listening to what Baba Vika was doing with the people, there was no difference between him and my father. All the incantations that I was familiar with, he was recanting them. He did everything just as if I was back in my home. And so when I showed my face, I said, Baba, he said, why did you come here? I said, we thought we should come and greet. He said, no, I've told you that there's no need. You look into many things. We said, no. He said, He said, and it's not everything your eyes see that your mouth should talk about. Because he thought we were going to report him to the bishop. Of course, I went back to the bishop. I remember the bishop of Ibadan diocese that time. I said, Baba, what is all this? I went this other place, the man is a drunkard. I went this other place, he's a herbalist. You know what the Lord Bishop told me? He said, so what do you want me to do? Should we close down the church? Since we don't have anybody else. Some of you that you know the truth, you are not joining the ministry. Those are the ones I have. I went back with my hand broken. The challenge I had is that it is possible to be in the ministry and you do not know the God whose work you are doing. It is possible to be doing the work of God for God and yet be a stranger to that God.